Welcome to How Not to MTG Arena, and today we're doing the Angelfire deck. It was inspired by Dev from Strictly Better MTG. It has some of the same bones. The Dawn of Hope was a really good idea with Bishop of Wings and some Angels. I put in Hanged Executioner as removal. Topple the Statue was a big turning point for this deck. It made it a lot better. Deafening Clarion, because eventually most of my creatures will have a 4 toughness. I could probably go up in the feathers. Fires of Invention. Gravitic Punch is nice because you could easily do 8 damage late in the game by casting it twice. And then my big change is Divine Visitation, because we're going to make tokens into angels and really pop off the Bishop of Wings. That's the main combo there. And then I also put in some Castle Ardenvale for more tokens, which become more angels. And also, like, if you're going up against blue and you're getting everything countered, being able to put up some chump blockers is nice, especially if you've got fires out and you're able to, you just need mana sinks at that point. I probably could go with another feather and another Dawn of Hope, but I don't have them, so make and do. Now we'll see how this plays out. Yeah, the Fabled Passage is nice because it allows first of all, it helps keep us from flooding, and it's really good fixing for getting that bishop out. And when you're the thing, so all right, we're gonna get that Hanged Executioner out because who knows what they're gonna come out with that we need to destroy right away. So the Hanged Executioner does both the things we want to do with this variation. It creates a token, and the removal is a mana sink. And one thing that's nice about it, I screw up in one of these games, I think, is that you don't have to tap with it, so you can attack and then remove if it's not like a flying creature that's harassing you. Oh, the other thing is the Hanged Executioner is really nice for getting out Sephara. I can't remember if any of the games that I recorded here show that, but yeah, having 2 flyers come out on turn 3 can sometimes mean, having that extra flyer comes out makes all the difference in getting getting Sephara, because to get up to that 4 to tap. The 4 flying to summon it for only 1 mana. It's also another thing is when by creating tokens that get turned into angels, we gain the ability to attack because the angels have vigilance, and then we can get Sephara out. Though if you have Bishop of Wings, you almost don't want her out, so Indestructible Angels isn't always desirable in this deck. Okay. And because I have 2 bishops out, I'm getting 2 tokens instead of 1. Alright, and this game's over already. There we go. Yeah, now I'm still at gold tier 4 because that's where this deck's kind of stuck. So I feel like it could still use some tuning. Because I just yo-yo right there. I'll win like 3 games and then I'll lose 3 games. So I'm not gaining any ground in the gold tier this way. We'll see how Topple comes out. Topple's really good at it's a nice tempo, and you get the draw. So, and very rarely, usually in games where I have fires out, it just replaces itself. So even that is not bad. One of the reasons I'm thinking about adding another feather is because you could target feather with the Topple after it. You could attack, target feather, and then you're just getting a card draw every turn for free if you have fires. It does always feel bad too. Here we go. I'm gonna be able to just there's no point in targeting that. I just don't want to target my own creature. And I want it to draw before I attack. Because if I can gain life, I'm not sure how I was counting on gaining life, but yeah, I'm not sure what I was up to there. No, I did already cast my 2 spells this turn, so, but I still had the mana to do that, so. I'm a little surprised that I didn't go for the card draw. I do have a tendency to think those white tokens have lifelink, so that could have just been a simple mess up there that I just assumed I had lifelink. Now I think I have enough to draw and create a token. Yeah. And since mana is not an issue, and once I have 7 mana, I really have no reason to keep land. So that's why I put that the caverns in there so I could get a draw. One thing that I do like to do is if I get a second fires out and I'm not up against a color that has removal, I'll sometimes keep it in my hand so I can. Or I should say a color that's not likely to have removal for my for enchantments, but I'll keep it in my hand so I have something to discard for Gravitic Punch. Because when I get this guy down to 8 life, I'm going to be able to cast that twice, which is exactly what I'm doing this turn. Yeah, the last time I tried working that card into a deck was when I would run Rats or Rat Singleton before rotation, and I'd put it on the rats that grew for every rat on the field, and so they would be kind of glass cannons. You put that on there, and it's a good alternative to fling in a singleton format. But here it's really nice because if you have feather out, you can just cast it every turn for free. Alright, so we got Divine Visitation this turn. I have a highlight reel at the end of the 3 games. The first time I tried to record this deck, it was not pretty. I lost I think 3 games in a row or something, and then I retooled it to this current configuration.
Make this quick.
Oh yeah, that's the other thing I can get, is I can get more lands to kind of tune the deck to where I don't have to be so reliant on, or so I don't get stuck with mountains. I am tempted to put in, I'm blanking on the name of the card, but the red card that allows you to put it makes a dwarf token if you have enough mountains out, but I think I only have 3 mountains in this deck, so I don't know how often there would actually be a payoff for that. But it's one of those things where if it bumps me over the 50-50 line, then, I might put it back in. It's actually less than 50-50, so, yeah. I have a lot of decks that are better than silver, but not as good as gold, so. Yeah, I'm just kind of stuck at tier 4.
How unrefined.
Okay. Oh, this could be a real fun matchup. See, if he didn't get rid of my fires, I'd be in a lot better position right now. So I would probably have my feather out, and I would have gotten a card draw off the Topple.
Empty your mind.
So, in a pinch, Topple's good for discarding, so. Alright, so hopefully I can... Oh, yeah, I've tried to learn from the error of my ways. My instinct is to get greedy and get out, try to get as many triggers off that feather as possible, but I just wanted her out so I could have a blocker. Things are not looking good. Alright. Taking 4 damage ain't so bad. Okay, got another feather on the way. Now I can block with it. And worst case scenario, I could always, well, not worst case scenario, but ooh, hold on. Am I gonna get multiple triggers off of this? See, if I had 2 angels out right now, when you have 2 Bishops of Wings out, every time an angel dies, it creates a spirit token. So it can get out of hand pretty fast. Because what can happen is that it just totally eats, or so you could just create a huge army that way. Is every time an angel dies, bring out you're getting 2 angels. Alright, so the trick now is just surviving. I gotta hope that they have no more buffs. I can't remember if I win this game or not, so. Alright, you can block the 5/5. Okay. Another land, I've had worse news. Gotta get that card draw. There's plenty of things that could make my life a lot easier. Especially with 4 mana. Alright, well at least now I have a blocker. Okay. That's how this game went. Can't win them all. I feel like there's a valuable lesson there, but since I forgot that it was coming up, I lost track of what that was. Yeah, the nice thing about this deck is that it has multiple payoffs, so it doesn't just fall apart if they target one card. Even if you, I mean, your bishops are, you know, your MVPs, but even if they don't work out, you can still do well. Here's a good example here is the Light of the Legion. If you can just get out a bunch of 1/1 tokens by dragging a game out long enough, and you get Light of the Legion out, then if they, you know, then if they kill Light of the Legion, they just double the size of your army. What'll be interesting is, with it being preview season, if they're going to announce any new angels. Because more cheap angels will just make this deck better. I don't know how greedy I want to be. I mean, I would love a 4/4 Defender Angel that, you know, only cost 2 white or something. That'd be nice. That can make this deck real fun. Alright. So here we go. I'm going to be able to ping him for 3 every single turn now. Oh, I think I remember this game because I get into position where I'm not sure if I should let Feather become a 4/4 or not. So we'll see if this is right. Alright. So I got out a bunch of big mean creatures very fast. Okay. Alright, so I get take my dude here. then I'll hit him for 3 again. What's nice is when you get both of them out and you can do 6 a turn. I did have in a card that boosts up Feather to scry, but this deck doesn't want to scry, it wants to draw. So that's why I have Topple in here instead. There's a good example of why you want to get that life so you can make that guy a 4/4 as quick as possible. Cool. Next turn I'll be able to get Light of Legion out. Light of Legion's nice because since it has Mentor and it can boost up the Feather when it dies, there's all sorts of shenanigans to be had. Keep on pinging for 3. Now, like next turn, if I want, I can just do 8 or I could just do 10 damage with Light of Legion. So. Oh, also, another good reason for Sephara is you can Sephara, then Gravitic Punch, and I believe you get the lifelink for that. I think my worst luck I have with this deck is against aggro, which is because a bad hand can really screw that up. Okay. Alright, so now this is not a situation where I wouldn't want invulnerable. Okay. Nice. Right, now it's a 4/5. Indestructible. Okay. Yeah, I think the better move probably would have been an attack directly. And then... yeah, so now that I got them under 14, I could just finish them off with Sephara next turn. Come on, what you got? What you got? What you got? I actually sped this up a little bit too, so it's excruciatingly slow. I can't. I'm not gonna blame the other. I'm not gonna blame Elmo here, because sometimes my system slows down. I had to take Avast off my computer because it was taking up like half my resources. It was ridiculous. So I had to replace the Vast with something else. Aha! So... Okay, I was thinking I had to Gravitic Punch, but I couldn't figure out why I would have to do that, but here they go. There's an artifact. I didn't think about that. Okay. This is like the silliest play ever. Thank you for giving me 7 life. Even if I wasn't already gonna win. Alright. Finally got the bishop, but... Oh, they're up to 16 life. Ah. Okay. I know what I do here. Okay. Right, so now they're down to 9. Now, usually this is just sort of a tempo move. But in this case, this creature happens to be an artifact, so it's gone. Alright, now I'm going to force them to block with the creatures they just got out. I think they forgot my creatures had invulnerable. Bringing this guy out doesn't do anything.
Get awful dark. Try not to lose your head out here.
Let's get moving.
Got rid of Sephara, but who cares? Okay, oh, he brought them back, so okay. So I guess his plan at this point is to just keep wearing me down and then just keep blocking with these guys as long as he can. And once again, Feather to the rescue. Alright, and see, I could have set it up to where I just started doing my Infinite Angels thing, but why risk it? So here's just a highlight of where I pull that off. It's not really Infinite Angels, but... Alright, so... because I'm gonna get 8 more life, I'm gonna block his lifelink Death Touch creatures. Take the 4. They come back as angels instead of spirits, which means I gain 4 life. And if I had free mana, I could have drawn. Oh, he's gonna make me sacrifice a creature. Oh no, what'll I do? Sacrifice an angel. Boom, they quit. And that's it.